Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So, this is going to be a most supreme love horoscope for the general collective for the time frame when the moon is about to be in Libra. And this time frame is indeed from July 19th around 4 a.m. Universal Time to July 21st around 1 p.m. Universal Time. So between that time frame is what this reading is going to be about. And so with no further ado, let's get into it with the Moon in Libra reading. So the relational atmosphere undergoes a profound and deliberate recalibration as the lunar cycle ignites a fresh waxing crescent phase, moving from the exact 0 degree of Libra and sweeping decisively toward the 25th degree. This is not a passive drift toward harmony, but an active, conscious reconstruction of how partnership dynamics are negotiated. The illumination of the moon climbs steadily from 27 to 47%, signaling a building momentum in romantic affairs where early intentions begin to manifest into tangible relational rhythms. There is a distinct shift away from superficial peacekeeping and a powerful gravitational pull toward authentic co creation. You are being called to establish a new emotional contract, one that balances the deep ancestral need for security with the non negotiable demand for mutual respect and equality. The early degrees of this transit bring a sudden clarity regarding what true balance feels like, stripping away codependent habits that previously masqueraded as devotion. As this lunar momentum builds, it interacts with the retrograde Mercury nestled in the emotional depths of late Cancer, creating a resonant echo of unspoken needs and past conversational loops. Old dialogues regarding domestic security, family boundaries, or foundational emotional safety will resurface, demanding a more refined vocabulary. This is not a period for initiating brand new romantic agreements or forcing definitive conclusions, but rather a critical window for revisiting and repairing the emotional infrastructure of existing bonds. Miscommunications from the past may bubble up, not to punish, but to offer a second chance at being truly heard. The predictive trajectory here suggests that relationships capable of engaging in gentle, non defensive listening will experience a profound deepening of trust, while those built on avoidant patterns will feel the friction of unresolved history demanding acknowledgement. The key to negotiating this retrograde influence is to recognize that revisiting the past is the only way to clear the debris blocking the path to future intimacy. Simultaneously, Venus moves directly through the meticulous sign of Virgo, shifting the expression of love from grand sweeping gestures to precise practical acts of service. Attraction is currently sparked by competence, reliability, and thoughtful attention to the minutiae of daily life. There is a hyper awareness of flaws, both within oneself and in one's partner, which can easily devolve into critical analysis if left unchecked. The evolutionary task of this transit is to transmute that critical eye into constructive care. Love is proven not through dramatic declarations, but through the quiet, consistent demonstration of showing up. If you are single, you will find yourself magnetically drawn to individuals who exhibit emotional maturity, practical stability, and a genuine willingness to nurture. If you are partnered, the relationship thrives when you focus on tangible improvements to your shared environment, understanding that true romance is often found in the thoughtful preparation of a meal or the attentive resolution of a shared logistical burden. Fueling this dynamic is Mars in Gemini, injecting a restless, intellectually charged energy into the realm of desire. Romantic momentum is heavily dictated by communication, with flirtation becoming fast-paced, witty, and deeply curious. There's a strong craving for intellectual foreplay and a partner who can match your mental agility. However, this placement carries the risk of scattering focus, leading to a proliferation of superficial connections at the expense of deep anchored commitment. The strategic imperative is to ground this mercurial desire into consistent, tangible actions. Words must be backed by follow through. The tension between the need for mental stimulation and the requirement for emotional reliability will define the romantic outcomes of this period. Those who can articulate their desires clearly while maintaining a steady, predictable presence will successfully navigate this energetic landscape, turning fleeting sparks into sustained fires. Beneath the surface of these faster moving transits, a profound subterranean shift is occurring in the architecture of attachment, driven by Pluto's retrograde motion in Aquarius. This is a long term generational purge of outdated relational paradigms, specifically targeting how freedom and commitment coexist. Partnerships that are built on unspoken power dynamics, control, or a superficial rebellion against traditional norms will face intense pressure. The universe is systematically dismantling any bond that restricts individual sovereignty in the name of togetherness. The outcome of this pressure is not necessarily destruction, but rather a necessary purification that leaves behind only the most authentic, mutually empowering connections. You are being guided to release the need to manage or dictate your partner's trajectory, embracing instead a model of partnership where two whole, autonomous individuals choose to walk side by side. This dissolution of control is further supported by Neptune's retrograde motion in Aries, which actively dismantles the illusion of the savior or hero dynamic in romance. There is a collective awakening to the danger of projecting one's own agency or unfulfilled potential onto a partner. The romantic trajectory now demands that you reclaim your own power, recognizing that no external relationship can complete an internal void. This is a highly favorable period for releasing codependent fantasies and stepping fully into your own authentic authority. When you stop looking for a partner to rescue you or for you to rescue, you can create the space for a truly equal, mature, and spiritually aligned union to emerge. Finally, the retrograde motion of Black Moon Lilith in Sagittarius adds a crucial layer of raw, untamed desire to this relational matrix. There has been a tendency to compromise your core truth or dilute your passionate needs in order to maintain a superficial sense of harmony. This transit reverses that flow, pulling your authentic, unfiltered desires back to the surface. You are being called to honor your inner fire, even if expressing it temporarily disrupts the status quo. The predictive outcome of embracing this energy is a profound sense of personal liberation that ultimately makes you far more magnetic and attractive. By refusing to shrink yourself to fit a partner's expectations, you invite a higher caliber of love, one that celebrates your wildness rather than attempting to tame it. As the moon completes its journey through the later degrees of Libra, the relational field will have settled into a new, more resilient equilibrium, characterized by clear communication, practical devotion, and an unshakable commitment to mutual sovereignty. So that is what I had for you today, Collective. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like this video or comment this video or share this video or hype this video or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, or hype our channel by letting your friends and acquaintances who would benefit from it know about it. All those acts would be great and greatly appreciated. And of course, as usual, since this is indeed a magical channel, there is a magical service being offered in the description box. Feel free to check it out. And beyond that, I thank you so much for your time and for being part of our network, being part of our circle, and being part of our tribe and supporting our channel. And until the next time, blessings.